Having a raised bow shoulder will cause a few different problems. One being that your float will bob up and down a lot, but also you could have a tendency to just hang low, even if you don't have target panic. So in today's video, I'm gonna give you several tips on how to get that bow shoulder to not be raised up, help you get it into socket, get a steadier, better float picture. And in our members video this week, I'm gonna go a little bit further on this and talk about how to find your perfect draw length based off of looking at your own videos, your own photos, and what you're looking for when you're doing that. When it comes to having our bow shoulder not be raised up and help you get it into place, the biggest thing that you can do is create the correct angle for the shoulder joint. This is going to help the shoulder and the scapula work together. It helps naturally want to lower the shoulder down. It's going to help you with your float a ton. What I teach people is to start out with a neutrally open stance. And what I mean by that is our chest being a little bit open towards the target. So what I like to do is tell everybody to begin with is to get the foot that's closest to the target, to have your big toe on that foot line up with the ball of your foot on your back foot. And that will slightly open our body up, and that creates an angle and opens up that triangle to the target. A lot of the times it's going to help you get the string from hitting your arm. So if your arm has been in that string path, maybe because if I'm closed off to the target right now, you can see that my hand is here and I'm holding the bow, the string is going to come right through my arm, right through my body. But as soon as I open myself up slightly to the target, you can see that that creates an open path here to keep from hitting my arm on the string. But you can also see that when I'm here, I'm losing all of the muscles and everything for the stability here, but I'm also having this shoulder raise up. So I'm going to put my hand here, and you can see as soon as I open up, that shoulder naturally drops itself into place. From here, it goes a lot further. You can get into natural points of aim. I have some drift tests and some things that I do with people that I coach. But this is a huge opening step for people to be able to help them get that shoulder in place. The next thing you can do is the same thing, talking about angles, but we're looking at it through the arm itself. A lot of people have a tendency to hold the bow like they would a handgun, and they get very rigid and very upright on their hand. When we do that, our elbow goes down as well, and it lifts this shoulder up out of the socket, especially when we're under load drawing the bow. So what we want to do is find a roughly 45-degree angle for these knuckles here on the back of our hand, but we want the elbow to fall in suit with that. Usually what I tell people is if we can get our elbow bone down here to point somewhere in the 7-ish o'clock looking area, for like if you're looking at a clock or something, you're usually okay. That goes from this position where the shoulder is raised up and the inside of our shoulder is really flexed and tense, to relaxing that shoulder and getting everything to lock and fall in place. That combined with opening up that angle will help you a ton just to begin with on lowering that shoulder down. Our product highlight of the week, this week we're going to be talking about Hamseka Archery. Hamseka Archery makes amazing rests, but they also have really great peep sights as well. I'm using both of them here. You can see that I have the hybrid target rest that I like to use on my bow. This rest has micro adjustments on it so that I can really fine tune left, right, up and down on my arrow rest. Makes it really simple and easy to get everything dialed in. I also like that it's a limb driven rest, so nothing has to go to the cables. Works really great for fine tuning when this launcher arm is lifting and lowering and how much support is on the arrow that way. And then when it comes to peep sights, I really like their total system here for their peep sight. This peep sight itself is the original Insight peep. They've got some new ones that have come out as well. This peep allows me to be able to change clarifiers out and also change out aperture sizes. So if I'm moving my sight bar in and out for torque tuning, if I'm changing the scope, going from indoors to 3D or whatever I'm doing, I don't have to change my peep. I literally can just take the insert out here, take the aperture out, change the size, adjust it for exactly what it needs to be, and then in their deluxe kit, all of that comes together. You get your aperture sizes, you get a peep sight, and you also get the clarifier lenses as well. So check these people out. Awesome equipment. If anything, they're always over-engineered. And I mean, this rest that I'm running on my bow right now, this rest has been on all of my bows since 2019. So 6 years old, it's on target bows, it gets a ton of use. It's held up perfectly. All right, now that we've worked on angles, we've naturally got that shoulder wanting to drop down for us. Let's talk about what we can do with our muscles to help hold that shoulder in place a little easier for you and gain some stability. This is a big one. A lot of people hear the buzzword talking about archery of shooting a relaxed shot, and they try to relax all their muscles. They take that a little bit too far on the extreme side, and because of that, our body is not getting engaged and we're not actually holding our shoulder in place and minimizing float motion. So one of the things that I do with everybody that I coach and with what I do on my shot as well is go over what this looks like and try to help you feel what you need to do. And there's a couple things here. One is looking at the motion overall as to what we're doing with the shoulder placement. When we get to full draw and we get anchored, we want to be able to feel like we are pulling our scapula down towards our hip, and while we're doing that, pushing the chest out, so that naturally kind of pulls everything down in place, and we're essentially flexing those. So it's relaxing the neck and the tops of the shoulders here and transferring the load of what we're holding the bow up with on the bow hand side and what we're holding the string back with on a release hand side, and just transferring those into the back. You definitely have to have your draw length set up correctly to do this. If you don't, you won't be able to expand back far enough to get in place, get our shoulders in line with each other. A lot of people have problems with this rear shoulder too, where it's staying forward and not being able to get back in line where it needs to be, so they can't fully push their chest out and stand here in an upright position. The other thing that I like to tell people when we're doing this is to focus on the shoulder muscles itself. Tops of the shoulders, sides, under the shoulder at the armpit. Flex those muscles. When you get into place and you're locked in on target on full draw and you're anchoring in, flex the muscles here on the shoulder and hold that contraction. That's going to take this joint from being able to move and then instantly drop the motion that's available to it because we're holding it in place. You want to have the muscles that we need contracted to work for us. That will help you a ton. You can go overboard with both of these. Obviously, you can contract too hard, you can strain, you can create little muscle tremors and problems with what you're seeing on target. But overall, you can work on this by aiming drills where we're not actually shooting our shot and we're just focusing on what our float looks like on target and getting ourselves in a good spot, and then getting that arm flexed and holding it down in place to minimize the overall float motion that we see on target. All right, in our members video this week, we're gonna deep dive on how you can self-assess your draw length. Make sure that you can watch some videos of yourself, look at some photos of yourself, look at key areas in our form and how it aligns and how it works together in order to make sure you actually are set up with the correct draw length. Makes the process a lot simpler. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of it for you. If you would like to see this video and all of the members' videos that we have on file, down below in the description of this video, there is a join section that you can click on, and it'll give you the two different packages that we offer. One of them is just the extra videos. One of them is the extra videos and access to me for coaching as well. That way you can get some free information as part of supporting this channel. Thank you again, guys, for watching this video today. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel. That helps the algorithm a ton. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what video you would like to see next or how these tips help you.